Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiteboard Finance. It's my friend Roman again. Marco's behind the camera. We've done 2 flips already, 2 of which I've recorded. Roman has done a million. He's got a bunch under his belt. So this is one that he just acquired. He reached out to me, sent me a text message, said he's working on a flip, asked me if I wanted to record it. He just acquired this property. Roman, give us some details real quick. Where are we at? What are we looking at? How'd you find the property?
Yeah, so this is one of my flips here. We bought it off market, as always. We buy all of our deals off market. This one came from an online lead, like an SEO lead. We bought it for $150. The seller needed a quick close, and yeah, so here we are. So you mentioned we don't do like a million flips. Well, we've done a fair amount. We started in the construction industry and moved on to apartment buildings and then to rental portfolio, and ended up on flips because this is my passion right here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's walk through this. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions while we walk. A little bit muddy. So we're in a suburb of Cleveland, correct?
Correct. This is actually a very nice suburb. This is a Class A neighborhood, North Royalton, Ohio. Very nice school district, so houses go here very quickly.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing with this.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a surface rehab. We bought it and it was literally good to go on the exterior. You had new siding, had new windows, had new roof. So all we're doing is we're just doing a full interior job. As you can tell, mudding. I got some guys in here. I got an electrician in here. Mudding, painting, kitchen, floors, just typical surface rehab. Quick deal. Probably will be in and out of this thing in a month, and it'll be ready to hit the market.
Okay, nice.
You want to look at the kitchen real quick?
Yeah, let's check that out.
So, typical kitchen. We thought about knocking some walls out, expanding, putting an island in. I try to look at like cost of construction, cost of labor, and is it worth it? And I mean, this kitchen is fine as is. We just got to update the cabinets, put some cool new shelving in here. There's going to be like open shelves concept here. We always go with the granite or quartz. So yeah, it'll be nice when it's all said and done.
Okay. So this is very, very modern, right? Very nice.
Double oven, yeah. we don't even do those anymore. The fridge is actually going to go there, and this will just be a bigger kitchen, I guess.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
So in terms of like rehab costs and things like that, you've mentioned that you may be doing like, I don't know, courses or whatever. I think that if your courses, let me know if you're planning on doing that, but if so, what would you be teaching if you are planning on going that route?
Yeah, you know what? Since our first few videos that we've done, I had so many people reach out to me, and I always say, no, I'm not doing that. I don't. But I realized that the knowledge that I have is worth passing on, and I actually created a blueprint on how to market to probates, because most of my deals are probates. But I'm planning on putting a series of courses together, literally like how to find the deal. It starts from the marketing aspect of it, how to create an S corporation or how to create an LLC structure, create an actual business. And then, the construction aspect of it is big too. So like how to find contractors, how to manage them, what's typical pricing you should expect. And then disposition too, like how do you dispose of these properties? Because, we do wholesales, we do flips and wholesales. So basically like a series, maybe 3 or 4 courses, and I'll put that out there for you guys.
Okay, well, if you do release that, I'll probably put that in a link in the description below.
So, like, I just want to show people the typical, Northeast Ohio bathrooms. This is what we have here. So in here, literally, we scrape all this. Just you buy a mirror on Amazon, those round mirrors. You buy the floating shelves here, and that's it. These tubs, we don't even change the wraparound. We have a guy that comes in and sprays it, and he basically resurfaces it, and they look brand new. I mean, we might do tile in here, but with the market being so hot, I don't want to dump too much money in here because this thing will sell. But hey, I want to show you guys this thing real quick. Marco, you're gonna have to come in here. So this was a half bath, okay? But if you look down, there's no toilet. So we literally opened it up. We opened the wall. And we're putting the toilet in here, so it's a real half bath. Now, the other thing, you see this old electrical panel here, the fuse box panel. It's in the bathroom, obviously not up to code, right? So we had to rewire. You see all the all the wires coming out of the ceiling. My electrician put a new box in here. Come around the corner here, take a look at this.
Wow. Hello.
So,
Opa.
yeah, this is, my electrician does good work, man. He does all of my stuff, so.
Very good. Very good.
But, and then nothing really in the bedrooms, typical bedrooms. We just paint them. I used to like paint different colors, different rooms, different colors. Now it's just flat gray, the whole house, and it looks great.
Nice. So are you going to refinish the floors? You leaving it as is? How's that going to work?
This is actually hardwood. If you want to take a look, this is actually, these are real good, expensive, solid floors. And I have a guy that comes in, he just refinishes them, and we don't even stain them. We just literally put a coat of polyurethane on there and done deal.
Nice. Great.
Yeah. So I can take you into the other bedrooms, but there's really not much there. I mean, let's take a look at the master, I guess.
So in terms of, you said you picked it up for 150.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable, I know you have in the other videos, are you comfortable talking numbers? Like, what do you expect?
Yeah, let me know what do you want to know. I'm an open book.
How many square feet is it, and what do you think you're gonna get either per square foot or final after repair value?
Yeah, I didn't even do the per square foot cost. But we're thinking of it's going to go over 200. That's for sure. It might be like 210 or it might be like 250. But the bottom line is we're gonna make money on it because I put in we bought it for 150. Rehab is going to cost me about 30. I mean, we're 180 all in, and then if we sell it for anything over 200 is straight profit. So okay. Yeah.
And how do you underwrite your deals? I know you mentioned this in a couple of other videos. I know you're very conservative. How do you estimate rehab costs, things like that?
So rehab costs are pretty much set. I know my price per square foot for paint, price per square foot for the floor. I know how much I pay per cabinet, price per square foot on my granite. I know my electrician. So that cost is set. How do I underwrite them? My wife is a real estate agent, so that helps on the ARVs. Now, the other thing, this market is really tough to underwrite because literally we have crazy appreciating prices. Like every month there's a new record in like houses on market, prices sold and stuff like that. So it's tough to underwrite a deal in a crazy appreciating market like that. And yeah, I hope that answers your questions. Yeah. Did I not answer something?
No, it does. It does. I think, so I came from a commercial real estate background. All those guys, they just think in price per square foot. That's really all it boils down to. And I think for any of the newbies out there, I mean, is that how you would recommend thinking about it?
So yes and no, and here's why. You can have a flip that's literally a gut rehab job, and if you think about price per square foot, there's a lot more labor in that, or you can have literally a surface rehab, paint, carpet, maybe a kitchen. So I don't think of terms price per square foot on that deal because the labor and material is the amount of work that needs to be done on a deal like that is a lot less. Okay. So I just look at how much time am I investing into this thing and how quickly can we turn it. Maybe in the beginning I thought like price per square foot, but now when you get volume and you start doing volume, I look at both, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, so this is going to be the first part of the video. We talked about what ideas you have for the kitchen, what ideas you have for the rest of the house. In terms of, basically time frame, you think you can dispose of this thing in about a month or so?
A day or so, bro. Oh, you're talking about
from beginning to sale, if you will.
Oh, beginning the sale. I guess it depends how these guys work, but no, dude, we turn these things fast, like, because we have a legit schedule. Like, first day that we get keys, all my contractors are in here, everything's lined up. About a month to get it done, and like about a day to put it under contract, and about a month to about 2 months. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So when you sell these things, we'll talk about this once it's rehab, and we'll come back in here and see all the things you did to it. Are you working strictly with your wife? Do you work with other agents? How do you sell these things?
Yeah, so we got an awesome deal with the brokerage that we're with, and basically what we're doing is my wife is my business partner, and she does the dispositions on them. I also have, I should mention this, I have a virtual assistant team. I have a whole team that does a lot of off-market acquisitions and dispositions. So like my wholesales are done by my virtual assistant team, and so does my acquisition. Our on-market disposition, so MLS sales, like flips like this, those go through my wife. So yeah.
Perfect. All right. So I think this about wraps up for the intro. Otherwise, the video is going to be 30 minutes long. But for the first part, anything else you wanted to leave the audience with?
Oh no, I hope you guys really enjoy this. I want to thank Marco for always having me on and doing these things, because the feedback I get is amazing. So thanks for the partnership on this.
Of course, of course. All right, we'll check back in about a few weeks or so, or hopefully at least within a month.
Oh yeah.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Roman.
Yep.
Whether you're graduating from school, planning a wedding, welcoming a baby, or switching jobs, now's the time to get the life insurance coverage to protect your family's finances during the next big phase of your life and beyond. By making it easy to compare your options from top companies, Policygenius can help you make sure you're not paying a cent more than you have to for the coverage you need. Policygenius is your one-stop shop for finding and buying the insurance you need. Getting started is simple. Just click the link in the description or head to policygenius.com/whiteboardfinance and answer a few questions about yourself. Their proprietary technology makes it easy to save. In minutes, you can compare personalized quotes from top companies to find the lowest price and coverage you need. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policygenius. Their team of licensed experts will help you understand your options and ensure you apply for the right policy. Policygenius works for you, not the insurance companies, so you can trust them to offer unbiased advice and help you navigate every step of the shopping and buying process. When you're ready to apply, the Policygenius team will handle the paperwork and scheduling for free. Head to policygenius.com/whiteboardfinance to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. Okay, we are back at the flip. Roman, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Okay, so we originally started filming in mid-February 2022. Yep. Now it's almost mid-June. Okay.
So, yeah, I know it's been a while. It's been a while. A lot of improvements. The weather change. I'm sure you see the difference. So what we're doing today, as always, we're just going to walk through and I'll show you all the improvements. So living room, we painted everything. We always use the same color, white baseboards, gray walls. We use the same flooring on all of our flips. Looks nice. So let's walk through the bedrooms too. So on the bedroom side of the house, you see there's hardwood. We always refinish. If there's hardwood in the floor, you want to refinish that thing because it's beautiful. And we did same thing in every bedroom. Painted all trim. Everything's great. Gray refinished hardwood. Everything looks nice and new. So same thing with this bedroom. See, when you have that color difference, the white and the gray, it really pops. You want to sell, when you go to sell these things and you take professional photos, like that color scheme, the difference between the white and the gray really pops on photos, and the color usually sells fast.
Do you always use a professional photographer?
Oh, you got to, always, you got to. If you don't, that's a big mistake. Check this out. So we actually added
Oh, sorry, real quick. How much does like a professional photographer cost? Like, does it?
It's nothing, man. It's like between 100 to 250, depending on like if you want drone footage, if you want like crazy editing. Virtual staging is also a thing. Yeah. But usually it's cheap for the amount of money that it costs. You have to do it if you're flipping. It's a huge ROI. A huge ROI, yeah. Okay. So added a bathroom that wasn't here. Nothing special, but like adding a bathroom is you got to run the plumbing and you got to run electrical and the fan and stuff. This is actually electrical box that was inside the closet. There used to be a closet, so we had to bring it back into the hallway. So basically, electrical boxes can be in bathrooms. So that's one of the things we do. Per code, yeah. You have to have clearance, and it can be next to water. So last bedroom, same thing. They're all the same. Windows were newer, so we didn't even touch them. Windows are nice, good to go. So let me take you to the stuff that everyone wants to see, right? The kitchens and the bathrooms. That's what sells houses, so bathroom. What we did here is we tiled the bathtub and we did the shiplap, round mirror, floating shelves, gold fixtures, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's that. And then going into the kitchen, which everyone wants to see. You know, kitchens really do sell homes. So like you have to make them nice. So we, you know, always do the granite, white shaker cabinets. They're all soft closing in the drawers too. So what else? You know, all new appliances, floating shelf, another floating shelf. This is the new thing now, the farmhouse theme. We do black hardware in the kitchens. So we always sell without a fridge. Fridge is not really necessary on flips.
How much do you think a kitchen remodel based on maybe this square footage would cost, or do you do a price per square foot? How do you figure out your estimates?
When we run kitchen, we do per cabinet. I know what my cost per cabinet is, and then I know what my cost per square foot of granite is. So I calculate that out. This was like, with labor, I mean, these are unrealistic prices because they're my prices. It was like $5,000, dude. For me. If a homeowner was
this is $5,000. Come do my kitchen, dude.
Yeah, but you know, when you have a construction company, you have guys that work for you. You have a relationship with cabinet people and hardware people. It's a different ball game. It's almost like unfair to the regular homeowner, but that's part of the game, guys. You know.
So how do you get those economies of scale? How do you get to, you know? Is it just finding the right guys? Is it relationships? Like, how do you get to that point where you get to almost those wholesale prices?
Yeah, I think it's volume. It comes down to doing volume. If you do volume, the economy of scale is there. You'll create the relationships, you'll find the guys, you'll find the suppliers just by doing volume. And then you get the discounts. Deeper and deeper discounts is the more stuff you do. So, nice. All right, this one thing I forgot to show you guys last time. But what we did in the basement is we actually added square footage. So let me tell you why it's important. So when you add finished square footage into the basement, now you can sell it at a higher finished square footage house than we originally started out with. And that creates value. Now, yes, some might say it's in the basement and basement doesn't count. It doesn't count the basement. However, the homeowner counts it. So the homeowner now will have extra finished square footage. They can put an entertainment center down here. We added a bedroom. We ran ductwork in here, so it's going to stay warm and cool. So this is an actual finished basement now. Let me take you guys into this mini bedroom we added. So by adding square footage into the basement, now you're creating value. We literally created value out of thin air. We probably spent about $7 to $10,000 to finish this out. But I mean, we sold it for way higher than expected. So any questions on that, Marco?
No, we'll get into numbers and stuff at the end. But yeah, this all looks great. This is completely, you know, different than what we saw when we first were here about 4 months ago.
It was a disaster. Like, this was all a disaster. None of this was here. Yeah. Just packed with junk. So. So you want to go back upstairs?
Yeah, let's wrap everything up in the kitchen. We can go over numbers and stuff like that as long as you're comfortable.
Yeah, sure thing. We added a mini deck. I don't know if you'll be able to tell through the windows, but we had to put a deck on here per code because that door is very high off the ground.
How are lumber prices now? Crazy?
Yeah, they're still up there. So, nice. All right. So what? Let's go ahead and talk numbers. I know that's what you want to hear.
For the audience that doesn't know or remember, what was the acquisition price? How'd you find it? You know, what do you got into it? What'd you sell it for?
Okay, acquisition price. It was what was it? 150. Yeah, 150. Yeah, it was crazy purchase price. But you know, when we bought it needed everything, like everything.
So how long did it take you to flip it? I know this is one of your longer ones.
Yeah, it was. So as you see, we did everything, added square footage, added a bathroom. So this was a longer one. This was like 3.5, 4 months almost. And usually we knock them out in like 30 days or 60 days. So this was a long one for me.
So what are some of the pros or cons of, you know, carrying costs, things like that? What are some of the Pandora's box that opens up once you have to hold these things longer than you anticipated?
Well, this is why I always preach and I tell people, like, you got to be in and out of these things fast. Like, and usually my projects are 30 days. We're in and out. The longer you keep it, now you're accumulating holding cost, utilities, you're paying utilities, taxes, prorated taxes, and just the longer the project drags, also you got to time the market too. And what I mean by that is like in the springtime is the best time to sell. And that was my intentions. Like, let's get rid of this thing in the spring. And then when you push it into like the fall or end of summer or fall or even winter, then you get your projects sitting on the market longer, and you don't want that.
Yeah, kids are going back to school, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, a lot of things to think about. Right. Okay, so in terms of what you acquired it for, what are you now selling it for? You're under contract, correct?
Yeah, we're actually closing in like a couple days. So we're filming this in like the last possible moment. But yeah, so we purchased it for $150. Let's see, we put about 40 in here or so. I gotta look at the numbers. I have spreadsheets for all this stuff. We sold it for $285, believe it or not. So like we listed it for $275, trying to be aggressive, and somebody came in with above asking offer. It appraised, everything's good. So $285. So if you look at like, you know, everyone wants to know what your profit margin on this one is. It's close to six figures. Like it's up there.
Nice, very nice. So in terms of, I know we touch on this a lot because a lot of people, they see like the glitz and glamour of like these big flips and stuff like that. I know you have a personal, you know, rental portfolio, but for the average Joe who doesn't, you know, what are some tax implications and things they have to worry about? Is this straight up like capital gains? You know, is this just taxed regularly, like an investment, like buying and selling a stock, for example?
For, you're talking flip revenue?
Yeah, just like capital gains. If you buy it for 100, you got 50 into it, you sell it for 250, capital gain of 100 grand.
So here's the thing, what I learned from my CPA. I'm not a CPA, just a disclosure, but what I have, since I run it as a business, we run everything through the S corporation. For me, it's earned income. It's just earned income, and it's taxed as earned income. Now, there's a lot of things you can do to offset that. And this is like a whole nother video, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, rental properties offset your taxes that you owe the government. There's also running everything under your business umbrella. Like literally everything. I'm talking about cell phones, gas, mileage, marketing expenses, everything.
Anything that's used as part of the business.
Correct. So you write that off. You want to minimize your taxes that you pay at the end of the year. And I always do because I offset everything with my rental portfolio. That's why if you're in real estate and you're just doing one little niche, try to maximize all the niches. That way you capitalize on the tax strategy.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So days on market, this is what, 1 day?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you know, the market is slowing down, and it is, you know, interest rates are rising, market is slowing a little bit. But the bottom line, guys, when you put a house on the market like this, where everything is done, everything's remodeled, it's gonna sell. I don't care if it's 2008 or now, the thing's gonna sell. People always need a place to move. There's a housing shortage, no matter what anyone says. The thing's gonna sell. So
yeah, so just to give people perspective, we're in a suburb of Cleveland, kind of like a, you know, class A, class B plus kind of a neighborhood, if you will, good schools, that kind of a thing. Do you think that there really is, you know, it's supply and demand, right? So on one end we have interest rates basically doubling since January, but on the other hand, you know, there's just not enough units, you know, so there's much more demand than there is supply. You know, at what point do you think we'll see kind of like maybe a tilting point to where, you know, these prices do start to come down a little bit, 5, 10, you know, 15%?
I think we're almost there. We're actually there. I was reading some information from experts, and the experts say that the days on market is basically, I always look at days on market and price reductions. When the days on market start pushing into like 30 days or more, which we're not there yet, and you see a lot more price reductions, that's an indicator in the market. And I think we're there, but see, we're insulated, being in a nice Class A neighborhood, Class A schools, like Marco mentioned, and being fully remodeled. Like if you put a product like this on the market, like the thing will sell. And no matter what the market's doing, this thing will sell.
Nice, yeah. Very nice. All right, Roman, where can people find out more about you? I know this is the third time I've had you on the channel, but for the people that are just seeing you for the first time.
Well, let me tell you guys this. So I actually, we touched on the courses in the past. I do have some courses if you guys want to learn how to do this stuff. I think I'll bundle something together for your viewers, Marco.
Give them a discount. Give them a Whiteboard Finance discount.
Yeah. Put a link in there. We'll hook you guys up. And next, I mean, you could, I have a podcast, and you can follow me on Instagram. It's romanempire.cle, and podcast, I'm on all major platforms. It's called Building Roman's Empire Podcast.
Love it. That's relatively new, right?
It's, yeah.
I love it, man.
It is.
Keep it up. I got to have you on my podcast soon, too.
Let's do it.
I love how you ended one of the other videos by telling people, like, don't just consume, blog posts and articles and YouTube videos and all that stuff. You got to get out here and, kind of just start doing it on your own. Do you have any other last words of wisdom just to end the video?
Yes, I think destiny favors the action takers. So if whatever you want out of life, you can just sit there and just think about it or watch YouTube videos. You have to take action. And if you think you're not ready, well, you'll never be ready, guys. Like, you're never ready. You gotta take action, and the more action you take, the more clear things seem. Start whatever. Start to get it. Things clear up, and then eventually, like I mentioned in the last video, it's a snowball effect. I didn't get to this point by sitting on the couch watching Marco's videos without taking action. Right. Even Marco's videos are great. You have to take action, guys. So. 100%. That's something I'll leave the video with. Take action and take your own destiny into your own hands. Love it.
All right, guys. Now I'm in front of the camera. It's always a pleasure having Roman on. Thank you so much. If you stayed to the end of the video, really appreciate it. He's going to be coming out with a couple courses on his own. I never really promote courses or other people's stuff on this channel, even my own stuff. But I know Roman personally, and he's the real deal, you guys. So I feel comfortable doing that. If you guys have any questions, hit him up on Instagram, hit him up on his podcast as well. Leave some comments down below if you have any questions more specific to the house flipping process. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, guys.